Hola, buenos dias, welcome back. Hope you've had a lovely half term and enjoyed all of that sunshine and that you're raring to go for this last half term of year 10. We'll be getting to see each other soon. We're looking forward to that. In the meantime, it's really important that you keep up with your progress. Don't get anxious about what you haven't done, but do focus really on moving forward and working hard and going through the lessons bit by bit. Once we get back to school, we will not have time to keep going back over what we've done during lockdown. We will have to keep moving forward. So to that end, I've made today's lesson easier. So it is easy, but there is quite a lot to do. So break it down into tiny chunks, do it at your own pace. In fact, you don't need to do it all in the same order. Have this video on, have the worksheet out, and keep pausing it as you go through, but do keep working forward. The other reason that I've chosen this type of lesson today is that it's a style of learning that I think really speeds up your progress, helps you get to grips with a lot of phrases, not just single words, that will be really useful in lots of contexts. So I want you to get used to this style of lesson, working with these chunks of vocabulary. It will become more and more familiar to you and particularly useful moving forward, because we've got to look at ways of getting through the same content but a lot quicker. And I'm hoping that this is one of those ways. So do give me a bit of feedback on this, please, and let me know how you're getting on. And hopefully see you soon. So I'm going to start off with the vocabulary, and you can see that I've divided it up into this sort of format. You can see the Spanish, you can see the English. Your first task today is to just get your head around the pronunciation. The more you repeat it, the easier it'll become to remember. Even if you're saying it out loud and not thinking about it, just repeating the phrases help with that muscle memory and really help you build up the Spanish and build up your memory of these Spanish words. So as I read through them, I'm not going to build in a pause. I'll just let you pause the video as you might then repeat after me. Say it a few times, go back over it a few times, test yourself and start building up this vocabulary. Okay, here we go. Task 1, repeat after me. Time phrases. Durante el confinamiento. Estas semanas en casa. En los últimos meses, en esta nueva situación, durante esta pandemia. What you've done. He aprendido. He aprendido. He hecho. Remember not to pronounce the H. He hecho. He visto películas, series. He leído. Comes from the verb leer. He leído, I have read. So, activities that you've done. A cocinar. A dibujar mejor. Nuevas habilidades. Again, don't pronounce the H. Nuevas habilidades. Muchas manualidades. Mis deberes en línea. Videollamadas con mis amigos. Videollamadas con mis amigos. Deporte en casa. Types of films. De acción. De terror. Roll that R if you can. Terror. De comedia. De amor. And different reading materials. Novelas. Tebeos. Libros de aventuras. El periódico. Revistas. Connectives. ¿Por qué? Ya que. Dado que. And opinions. Es entretenido. Es emocionante. Es bastante divertido. Es educativo. Es estimulante. Es relajante. Me ayuda a olvidarme de todo. Me ayuda a sentirme mejor. Okay, so you might want to rewind and go back over that. Just practice it, say them a few times, and you'll find that you're learning them a lot quicker. Moving on, you're going to be working with all of this vocabulary. So this is task 2. So writing on your piece of paper that you can then maybe take a photo of and send to me, or even typing on here if you wish, whatever you prefer. You're going to find sentence 1 by looking through this. So in this new situation, pick one of these. En esta nueva situación, there you go. I have watched horror films. He visto películas de terror. So you're picking one of those, one of those, one of those, because, porque, it helps me forget about everything. Me ayuda a olvidarme de todo. That's the first one done. You can have that one for free. Okay. And number 2, so just so that you're really sure about what you're doing with this, on this task 2, these weeks at home, estas semanas en casa, now pick one of these. I have done my homework. I have done, he hecho, I have done. You can scroll back to the vocab if you need to. My homework, we know the word for homework, mis deberes en línea. Since, now you can use any of these, but I'd go for ya que. It's educational. Look at those, pick one, which one means educational, es educativo. Okay, so you can see what you're doing, it's fairly easy. Like I said, easy tasks, but lots of them. That's task 2. Again, pause, move on in a minute. Now, this is task 3. I'm going to read this first paragraph for you that's here, okay, in Spanish, and then I'm going to take you through this piece of work. Durante el confinamiento, he visto series en Netflix porque es entretenido e interesante. También he aprendido a cocinar, ya que es estimulante. Estas semanas en casa he hecho muchas manualidades, dado que me ayuda a olvidarme de todo. This should start becoming more and more familiar to you, but you can see now you've got all the English here. Now again, with this you might want to write it all out on a piece of paper, or you can actually write on this worksheet. I'm going to do it this way. I'm just going to copy and paste. So these weeks at home, no, during confinement, during lockdown. It wasn't these weeks at home, it was while in lockdown. That's how it starts. While in lockdown, copy, right, so copy and paste. Control V is to paste. I have watched series on Netflix. Control X, Control V. Control X, series in Netflix. If you're doing it this way, that I'm doing it, you just need to highlight the phrase itself, not the whole box. Porque es entretenido, porque, because, porque, because. And watch, if I'm taking it away, I can see what I've used and what I haven't used, because it's entertaining and interesting. It's entertaining, there we go, and interesting. Cut, Control X, Control V. Don't know why it's transferred it with that hyphen. Let's get rid of that. Okay, también, also, he aprendido. What was that? I have learned. Also, también. You can see what's happening here. Control X, Control V. I have learned. Okay, and so on. Okay, to cook. Now you might be doing this by writing it out on a piece of paper ready to send me a photo later, or you might be doing it the way I've done, or you might just be typing it. A cocinar, ya que es estimulante, since it is stimulating. There you go, you could be doing it that way. I'll leave you to finish that off, and then you'll move on to the second paragraph. The setup's the same, and the third paragraph, the setup there is also the same. And you just keeping working with the same vocabulary again and again. You should find that easy. You can always flick back to the vocab and check, but your brain is getting an opportunity to keep practicing again. So that's task 3. Task 4 is a double translation. The first thing you'll do is translate it into English. During lockdown, I have learnt many new, what was habilidades? Go back to the beginning. Many new skills. So you're translating it, you can see it's Spanglish. You're translating it into English and you're translating it into Spanish as well. So that's task 4A and 4B. I want a full Spanish paragraph and a full English paragraph. Task 5. Again, this is same vocabulary. You should be able to find it quite easy. So you're looking for, in each sentence, you're looking for the time phrase, the present perfect, that's the I have done, the activity, the connective, and the opinion. So the first one's done for you. No, it's not. That's an example. So in this one, I'm going to try and find the time phrase. En los últimos meses. Where's the present perfect? He hecho. Where's the activity? Deporte en casa. Connective, dado que. Opinion phrase, me ayuda a sentirme mejor. Now again, you might need to flick back to the vocab at the beginning, but that's in the recent months, I have done sport at home. Given that, it helps me to feel better. Let's do number 2. Look for the capital letter. During confinement, look for the A phrase. I have read. He leído. What have I read? Comics. Tebeos. Because, porque, and then the opinion phrase. It helps me to forget everything. Me ayuda a olvidarme de todo. Full stop. All right, so that's task 5. I'm forgetting where I'm up to. And that takes you on to your final task, you'll be pleased to know, where you're writing a paragraph in Spanish about what you have been doing during lockdown, or make it up. This is really important. Okay, you are not sitting there telling me the truth. That is not what we're doing. This isn't an English lesson. This is a foreign language lesson. And the whole point of the lesson is that you work with this vocabulary and get better and better at using it. So use the vocabulary from today to write a maximum of 90 words and show that you can put this into context. The reason that you're using this vocabulary is 1, it's accurate. 2, it sticks with the marking criteria, means that you will be able to get full marks. And the reason that I want you to do this as well is just so that you're really familiar with this type of translation, and just think any context, anything that you need to write about, you're going to be able to use the connectives, the opinion phrases, the time phrases, even the present perfect. You'll just be changing your activities. This is recyclable language. We are making life easy for you because that's what we want to do. Okay? So, any questions, send me a little email or an e-praise message and I will get straight back to you, and I'll look forward to seeing you soon. Okay? Take care. Adiós. Hasta pronto.